Okay, so hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to the third innovation workshop on the first day of our online Genesis 2023 conference, or the online element. So thank you very much all for joining us for this innovation workshop in collaboration with BioPRO Baden-Württemberg. So I'm really excited to hear about the interesting and emerging innovation opportunities, about the startup and funding environment, initiatives, and how these clusters are coming together to propel forward healthcare innovation. So before I hand over to Nicola, just a few words on the housekeeping. So if you've joined for previous sessions, you'll know that if you're not speaking, please kindly remain muted with camera off. We do really like questions though, so the chat box is enabled. And if towards the end when we take questions, you'd like to unmute and turn your camera on, if you would rather that, then we very much welcome that too, just to create a more engaging atmosphere. As you will have heard, the session is also being recorded. So the aim here is that post the session, it will be available on the conference app, so you can revisit the content, and then post the 4 weeks, we'll make it more widely available to everyone. And so we encourage you to share amongst your wider networks as well, so we can continue to disseminate the information and share it as widely as possible. So we have an hour, so I'm not going to take up too much more of the time. Nicola, I'm absolutely delighted that you're going to be kicking us off and leading us into the first presentation. So I'm going to disappear into the background and hand over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today for this innovation workshop session with the German state of Baden-Württemberg. My name is Nicola Pinder. I'm the official representative of the state of Baden-Württemberg in the UK since 2021, when the decision was taken to increase our commitment to working with the UK across business, science and innovation, and we set up a permanent office in London. The representative office is operated on behalf of the State Ministry of Baden-Württemberg and is the central point of contact for all questions regarding economic and scientific cooperation between Baden-Württemberg and the United Kingdom. Just a quick few words on Baden-Württemberg in case anybody is wondering of its exact geographic location. Baden-Württemberg is located in the southwest corner of Germany. It borders France to the west and Switzerland to the south, and Bavaria is Baden-Württemberg's southern German powerhouse neighbor. So we're home to many German household names that you'll be extremely familiar with, such as Daimler, Porsche, Bosch, SAP, Lidl, Bechtle. But alongside our world-famous automotive industry, we have an extremely strong profile in the medtech, healthcare and life sciences sector, which includes companies such as Bosch, McKesson, GE Healthcare, Philips, B. Braun, university clinics of Heidelberg, Freiburg, Tübingen, and today you're going to hear from some of our regional networks working to ensure that Baden-Württemberg stays at the front of innovation and acts as a real gateway to the European healthcare sector. We're open very much to partnership with UK companies and academic institutions for research and development, academic and commercial opportunities. So if you have any questions or you'd like to connect with any of my colleagues regarding partnership, please feel free to contact me and I'll be very happy to signpost you further. I'd now like to hand over to my colleagues Özgül and Romy at our State Agency for Medtech and Life Sciences, BioPRO. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicola, for the introduction. I share my slides. So Do you all see my slides? Okay. So, hello everybody, my name is Romy Wentenschuh, and I and Özgül Boztepe working at BioPRO Baden-Württemberg and present you today innovation opportunities in Baden-Württemberg's healthcare sector. So, who we are? We are a statewide government innovation agency. We are founded in 2002 and based in Stuttgart in Baden-Württemberg, which is in the southwest of Germany. Here you can see Baden-Württemberg. We are supporting the healthcare industry in Baden-Württemberg, which includes medtech, pharma, and biotech companies. We are a contact point for companies, research institutions, startups, business developers, clusters, and networks, as well as for politics and the healthcare sector. What we do, we initiate cooperations, for example, through meet and match events, cooperation requests, company and funding databases. We develop locations through industry reports, biotech guides, trade fairs, and events, and we carry out public relations work, such as online information, newsletters, Twitter, and LinkedIn. BioPRO has various topics in the healthcare industry, medtech, biotech, and pharma, like digital health, megatrend health, key technologies like digitalization, artificial intelligence, and quantum technology, future medicine, like translating medical needs into products and services, startup support, the megatrend sustainability, and regulatory requirements like medical device regulation, for example, MDR and EVDR. The healthcare industry in Baden-Württemberg. Baden-Württemberg is an outstanding location for the healthcare industry, which is characterized by a large number of small and medium-sized enterprises. The healthcare industry is an economic factor and driver of employment and innovation, and Baden-Württemberg is Germany's most important location for the industrial healthcare sector, which includes the healthcare industry as well as distribution and wholesale. The technological progress and demographic change will increase the demand for new healthcare services. So in Baden-Württemberg, we have 1,100 companies in the healthcare industry, 88,235 employees, 23.28 billion euro turnover, and 157 foundations in the healthcare industry. The medical technology in Baden-Württemberg. We have 843 medical technology companies that research, develop, and or produce in Baden-Württemberg. 95% of them are SMEs, so small, medium-sized enterprises. 104 new medical technology companies were founded between 2010 and 2020 in Baden-Württemberg, and about half of all medical technological companies are micro-enterprises with fewer than 10 employees. About 50,000 employees work in the medical technology sector, and the companies generated a taxable turnover of about 13 billion euro. Here in this field, you see Baden-Württemberg and the location of the medical technology companies and the amount of them. The pharmaceutical industry in Baden-Württemberg. Baden-Württemberg is home to 92 companies in the pharmaceutical industry. Companies reinvest an above average 13% of turnover in R&D. About 23,000 people are employed in the pharmaceutical industry. The companies generated a taxable turnover of about 6.5 billion euro in 2020, and the two regions with the highest turnover are the Danube-Iller region, where you can see here by Ulm and Biberach, and the Rhine-Neckar region in Mannheim and Heidelberg. The biotechnology sector in Baden-Württemberg. Baden-Württemberg is currently home to 192 companies in biotechnology. For the pharmaceutical industry, biotechnology is an important driver for innovation. So more than half of the companies have fewer than 10 employees, and about 13,500 people are employed in the biotechnology sector. The companies generated a taxable turnover of about 3 billion euro, and the region between Laupheim and Ulm and Biberach is well known for development and production for biopharmaceuticals. the research in Baden-Württemberg. The healthcare industry in Baden-Württemberg is enriched by a diverse and efficient academic research landscape. Health research is carried out at 8 universities, 15 universities of applied sciences, 5 university hospitals, and 21 non-university research institutions. Baden-Württemberg is also well positioned in the field of translational patient-oriented top-level research. Associations of several university hospitals and medical faculties of clinics enable the development of innovative solutions for patient care through digitalization and artificial intelligence. And also a large number of SMEs have formed in Baden-Württemberg as a result of research. In 2020, the Baden-Württemberg Ministry of Economic Affairs, Labour and Tourism aimed to maintain a successful exchange with the UK and launched the Economic Partnership Initiative BW UK. Partners of this BW UK partnership are the Department for Business and Trade, the London and Partners, Scottish Development International, Welsh Government, and the BW UK representative Nicola Pinder of Baden-Württemberg International. The aim of the initiative is to strengthening business relations between UK and Baden-Württemberg, to give access to each other's business and research ecosystems, to focus topics like digitalization, robotics, and self-therapy, and to initiate cooperations between both economic regions. We pursue the aims together with the partners by organizing events. The projects post-Brexit and market entry barriers of Baden-Württemberg companies in the healthcare industry in the UK after Brexit were carried out by BioPRO for the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Labour and Tourism. The projects post-Brexit started in January 2021 and post-Brexit 2 started in January 2023 and will end by the end of this year. In these projects, the healthcare industry is strongly represented in both Baden-Württemberg and the UK by a large number of SMEs, which, among other things, are of central importance for the implementation of research results in the economy. Between the two economic regions, topics such as digitalization, data transfer, as well as sustainability can be found in the healthcare sector. The project Market Entry Barriers started in December 2022 and will be extended to the next year. In this project, the topics Greener NHS and a new regulatory framework for medical devices in the UK, the UKCA labeling, will be addressed. There were several events within these projects like Lunch and Learn, Meet and Match formats, which give attendees of UK and Baden-Württemberg the chance to exchange and to find cooperation partners, and also networking evenings on the Medica International Trade Fair at a joint booth of Baden-Württemberg, where representatives from companies of the UK and Baden-Württemberg had the chance to exchange. Here you can see pictures from the last networking evening on the Medica International Trade Fair. So there are several events in the project post-Brexit, for example, UK-Germany bilateral collaborative R&D funding for innovation. This was an online event in March 2023. The event addressed SMEs, but also research institutions from Baden-Württemberg and the UK that are interested in funding programs for joint R&D projects between BW and the UK. In addition, the healthcare industry location Baden-Württemberg was presented by BioPRO and the UK location by the One Nucleus cluster. Another one was the antimicrobial resistance delegation from the UK visits BioPRO. The event was in March 2023. BioPRO received a visit from a 20-strong delegation of companies from the UK in the field of antimicrobial resistance, organized by the Innovate UK Edge and arranged by the partners of the partnership initiative. BioPRO presented the health industry location Baden-Württemberg with a special focus on companies and research in the field antimicrobial resistance, and Baden-Württemberg International was involved for the interest of companies in locating in Baden-Württemberg. And another one was the Meet and Match Future Medicine Predictive, Preventive and Precise. This online event took place over 2 days in May 2023. The event was provided insights into, for example, precision medicine, diagnostics, and e-health solutions. The aim of the event was to shed light on current topics and to bring together representatives from research and development from companies and applied research across borders. In the project market entry barriers, we had another event like the Lunch and Learn market access opportunities for medtech companies in the UK and Germany. This was an online event in May 2022. The event provided an overview of the healthcare systems in Germany and UK and how medical devices can be introduced and reimbursed in these markets, and highlighted the introduction of innovations, opportunities, and trends. And another one was the Lunch and Learn Greener NHS, UK's roadmap to more sustainability in the health system. This online event took place in March 2023. The event gave an overview of the strategies of the NHS, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, the timelines, the sustainability requirements for the healthcare industry selling products in the UK. The aim was to inform Baden-Württemberg companies, medtech and pharma about these topics so that they can prepare for the requirements and thus gain long-term market access to the UK. So thank you very much from my side. I hand over now to Özgül Boztepe for the startup and innovation support.
Thank you very much, Romy. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Özgül Boztepe. I'm a startup coach and responsible for the startup support at BioPRO. And before that, I decided to accompany founder teams as a coach. I used to work for a biotech startup myself for almost 10 years. And got to know the challenges, but also the chances the teams are also facing. And after the exit of that company, I decided in 2018 to share my insights, experiences at BioPRO with other life science startups, which includes the field of medtech, biotech, pharmaceutical industry, as well as bioeconomy here in the state of Baden-Württemberg. This advisory is within the so-called EXI vouchers, which you see, by the way, on the top left symbolically. This is a coaching program funded by the state and the EU funds. And after an approval, the teams are joining several steps of coaching, starting with an initial advisory where they get an overview of the existing funding and finance programs, as well as information on the startup support ecosystem in Baden-Württemberg. And after that, the teams get intensive coachings from accredited experts on topics like regulatory affairs, patents, marketing, and sales, for instance, in sessions up to 8 days to a very fair and subsidized rate. And these are recurring and relevant startup-related topics. And we take them as well in an event format called Gründerspot, which you can see with a logo centered above. Here we address 2 or 3 times a year all startup-related issues and invite experts for answers, including Q&A sessions and networks. The next event, for instance, will be on December 19th, and you all are more than welcome to join. On the top right, you see symbolically our support in marketing and public relations, which we offer as part of our services. This could be, for instance, an interview or a professional article about a team, a company, as well as reports, podcasts, and social media posts. And part of this marketing support includes also the participation at trade fairs, such as the Medica in November this year, which is the world's leading event for medical industry. And the teams there are benefiting from the very fair and affordable booth fees, which are subsidized. And on the bottom right are the logos of some funding programs where we are part of the expert panels and committees, as well as for some competitions where we assist as experts from the state authorities. Despite that, we have identified a need for startups for professional support from an experienced advisory board. And this will be a new offer which will start in 2024 and is called Innovation Board. There we could recruit members who work as already as company builder or as serial entrepreneurs, and they will coach approved teams on their business idea and validate their business model together, and this free of charge, which is quite attractive for the teams in the life science sector. We could win 20 renowned representatives from all areas of expertise in medical translation. For instance, from university clinics, research institutions, incubators, regional banks are involved, as well as companies from pharma and medtech, who all contribute to that program. So keep that in mind for 2024. But the precondition for this support and several other services is a strong network and ecosystem in the state of Baden-Württemberg. And to further strengthen the cooperations and synergy effects, BioPro set up a network of networkers. So we call them network of networkers, as this is a very strong ecosystem built in 2020. We invited the key players from the life sciences for regular meetings. And this alliance calls himself LinkHealth at Baden-Württemberg and has about 24 members from all sectors of life science innovation in the southwest of Germany. LinkHealth, what does LinkHealth do? It offers an ecosystem focusing on health in Baden-Württemberg that strengthens innovations and supports new technologies in the healthcare sector, and is and works with and for companies, startups, research and development institutions, local authorities as well, and is looking for information support, and everyone who's looking for information and support, networking and cooperation within this sector. The next slide, Romy, if you could skip, gives you an overview of our members, categorized according to the branches or sectors they are working in. We have, for instance, representatives from universities, incubators, accelerators, hubs, also clusters, and state institutions, all with the interest to push innovations and further foster synergies, for instance. Some of these valued members have also agreed to join us at this session today and will introduce themselves to you, dear audience, in a short pitch. But before I leave the virtual stage to them, I would like to thank you for your attention, and please feel free to contact us. In the next slide, you get our contact details for any inquiries or questions. Then, Romy, I suggest that we finish our presentation and to start with the partner pitches. Our regional partner from Heidelberg, which is a very strong region for health-related innovations, will make the kickoff for that partner pitches. Daniela Weber, will you give us a short insight to BioRN's work, please?
Yes. I will share my screen. So I hope you can see my presentation. So thanks for joining. Thanks for the nice introduction. My name is Daniela Weber. I'm from BioRN, and I'm happy to guide you through the life science cluster Rhine-Neckar today. We are located in the northwestern part of the southwestern part of Germany, and BioRN was founded in 1996 as the bioregion Rhine-Neckar. We have more than 150 institutional members that joined our network. Amongst them are 10 global pharmaceutical companies and 12 universities and research institutions. The focus of research in those institutes at universities is oncology and immunology, where we're pretty strong. And based on these scientific interests, some methods have evolved, which is omics, AI, and cutting-edge imaging. With this, we provide a strong tool for precision medicine. And an upcoming cluster in our network in Mannheim is the MedTech cluster. Katharina will introduce later on. The excellence of the academic institutions is shown in numbers here on the left side, where you can see the output of those institutes, and on the right-hand side, you see the density of industry in our region. So it's not just the 10 big pharma players, but also biotech companies. And with this, I come to the first innovation opportunity, one that is kind of obvious. You can collaborate with those academics on scientific projects, but I want to highlight that also core facilities provide access. For example, the EMBL has a great imaging facility where you can make use of cutting-edge microscopy unit and support. Another opportunity to boost innovation with our members is to make use of the services that our SMEs provide. So some of them contribute to highly recognized paper publications. So feel free to browse our website for partnering opportunities. Here again is our members distribution. So authorities are members, academic institutes, and some service providers, but most of them are from the startup to the big pharma players from the life science sector. Our job as BioRN is stakeholder engagement and networking. We have cross-organizational function. We support translational efforts, and we promote our region and raise its visibility with presentations like this. To interact with our network, the Life Science Week 2023 was a great opportunity. We want to repeat this in 2024 with another Life Science Investors Day. We had startups from all over Europe pitching in this event, and 50 investors who joined that event. And the day after, we had the annual conference of BioRN. The topic we choose every year newly. And the main focus of this conference is also to network with our members. How we support translation, I would like to highlight two lighthouse stories. One is BLab 2122, where Bristol Myers Squibb and Evotec raised a 20 million euro fund to support academic projects from the region, especially to file spin-outs. Another lighthouse is BioLabs, a US concept that was transferred to Europe, and the first spot is in Heidelberg. Here, an opportunity to innovation is to apply for a golden ticket, which is sponsored by the big pharma players that are partners of BioLabs, and it is a free rent for a year and a lot of support. We offer some services. One is BioRN Scout, where we do tailored scouting for your requests, and also a soft landing program that we have is BioRN International. In this project, we make use of the expertise we gained in European programs that we contribute to, the EIT Health Catapult and BICHET programs. And to summarize what we are a non-profit network that fosters health innovations, and we are at the interface between academia and industry. And this is our team. You find us on the homepage, so please feel free to contact us. And on the right-hand side, you see our homepage and LinkedIn. And with this, I hand over to the next speaker. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Daniela, for this neat overview. We will later have the opportunity for a short Q&A session afterwards, so we'll talk again later. The next presenter is a representative of Baden-Württemberg's BioPharma cluster located in Ulm. Dear Janosch Klebensberger, please unmute yourself and the stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. I hope you can see the first slide of my presentation now. Again, a warm welcome from my side as well. My name is Janosch Klebensberger, and I'm working in the management of the BioPharma cluster of South Germany. And before I start my presentation, I want to thank the organizers of this workshop for the invitation and the opportunity to introduce the BioPharma cluster, as well as to share some insights into our vision and mission, and also the current initiatives in the next couple of slides. So the BioPharma cluster, South Germany, is a membership organization and the leading European hub for research-based development and manufacturing of biopharmaceuticals. Highlighted by this little red pin in the map on the left side of the slide, you can see that the cluster is located in the southeastern part of Baden-Württemberg and ranges approximately from the city of Ulm, which is somehow in between Stuttgart and Munich, to Ravensburg further south, which is near the Lake of Constance and near the border to Switzerland. The cluster is not only, or does not only bundle the regional expertise of basic and applied research institutions, such as the University of Ulm, the Applied University of Biberach, and the newly let's say founded Fraunhofer site for virus-based therapies, but also the competence of globally successful pharmaceutical companies such as Boehringer Ingelheim, Rentschler BioPharma, Sartorius, Teva Germany, and Vetter Pharma. So I think our biggest USP is that we cover the complete, so to say, innovation or competence necessary to drive biopharmaceutical innovation, development, and manufacturing. To underline the importance and the impact of the cluster, I just simply want to highlight three little facts. The first one is the cluster represents one of the most important regions for the supply of biopharmaceuticals in Europe. More than 15,000 people are actually employed in the corresponding industries. And the regional investment from the biopharmaceutical industry alone sums up to more than about 3 billion euro in the last couple of years. With this in mind, the cluster mission is to foster an attractive, cross-functional and innovation-driven environment for research development and the production of biopharmaceuticals and the therapies thereof. So how we do that? As it is true for all membership-driven networks or clusters, our goal is to provide additional value beyond the institutional level of the individual members, right? And for this, of course, knowledge about the needs and goals of the community members is key. And this is particularly important for the first focal point that you see on this slide here of the cluster, which is to enable corporations. And the question how one can actually generate added value without touching on individual goals or even given competitive advantages of members within a cooperative partnership. So this is a very important question here. Essentially, the question is where and how to find the common ground in those projects. And not surprisingly, another big topic within the cluster I think in all industries, to be honest, is the growing lack of skilled labor and talents. Last but not least, we also focus on social engagement and generating awareness and acceptance for the generation or the next generation of complex biopharmaceuticals and therapies that will come up. As we all know from our experience, as an example, with the immunization campaigns during the pandemic, that, well, a good biopharmaceutical solution is not enough to solve an existing health problem, right? I mean, you have to engage and to interact and to get society on board here. The tools that we use for reach out or to reach our goals is scouting and initiation of projects and initiatives, planning and realization of events, roundtable, workshops or conferences. We just recently on Friday held one on immune engineering at the Stadthaus Ulm, and of course networking events like today. As today's workshop is all about innovation and cooperation, I finally want to highlight one of the current initiatives that we have launched within the cluster as a somewhat little example of how we're trying to push our mission forward. With the increasing demand for new and innovative therapies, for example, hard to treat diseases or vaccines or even diseases with no therapy available at the moment, virus-based biopharmaceuticals are a very, very promising option with enormous potential and one of the current strategic focal points of the cluster. However, high promises of such breakthrough technologies, I would say, come very often with high or big obstacles that need to be overcome in the first place. This is not different for virus-based biopharmaceuticals, with challenges in all developmental and translational steps that are visualized in this slide as these little sectors in different colors on the left. And the goal is, of course, to bridge the gap from the initial research idea to final clinical application. So the goal of the initiative is therefore to accelerate this process for virus-based therapies with the initiation of multilateral projects that target different obstacles that we have already identified in the last years within the cluster. And I'm very happy, actually, that the importance of this member-driven initiative has lately been also recognized by the state of Baden-Württemberg and has been supported with a generous funding of 25 million euro for the next 5 years to establish a new Fraunhofer site, which is a member in the cluster for a virus-based therapies center or a site of this Fraunhofer Institute within the cluster. And we're currently setting up different consortia to tackle some of the obstacles that are associated with the manufacturing of virus-based therapeutics. One of these challenges that we have identified with our cluster members together is the so-called innate immune response in cell lines that are commonly used to produce such biopharmaceuticals. You can think of this response as a generalized or not very specific system of living cells that are simply there to restrict unwanted things to happen. Right? So as you probably can imagine, virus production is not a process that a living cell wants to optimize. So therefore, the cell has developed different ways to restrict virus production, and this results in limited production of viral vectors or limited yields, limited biological activities, and so on. And all this is obviously not good for a clinical application of such a drug in terms of product quality, safety, and efficiency. Thus, we are currently setting up a consortia to investigate this innate immune response for production cells in order to generate a platform technology that will be enabling a more efficient and more productive manufacturing of viral vectors. Therefore, if you think that is interesting or something you want to hear more about or even want to join to help to tackle the problem, you're more than welcome to reach out and get in touch with me or the cluster via LinkedIn or email. And with this, I think I'm at the end of my presentation already. I want to thank you again for your attention, and I'm happy to take your questions later in the Q&A session. And I will be now handing over, I think, to Malaika Lauk from BadenCampus, but we'll also share some couple of links in the chat. So thank you.
Perfect, thanks, Janosch, Klebensberger. Yes, Malaika, it's your turn.
Thank you. A very warm welcome also from my side. My name is Malaika Lauk, and I'm responsible for the health sector at BadenCampus. So BadenCampus was founded 2017 and is located in the south of Germany, directly on the border next to France in Breisach, as well as in Freiburg, in the Freiburger Innovation Center. Most people know our region because we are in the heart of the Black Forest. And in our region, there are 65,000 people working in the health sector, and our university hospital is on place number 3 in Germany concerning the size of it. And BadenCampus as an innovation platform connects startups, companies, investors, talents, science and research, as well as municipalities. And this along the strength of our region. They are energy, mobility, automation, and for sure, health. We implemented, for example, more than 50 innovation and digitization projects with corporates, supported more than 200 startups in very various phases. And we are really motivated by the desire to bring out successful innovation leaders in our region with a positive impact on business and society. We offer, therefore, various methods, experts, resources, and formats in an inspiring working surround, as well as inspiring infrastructure. And we like to support creative solutions based on new technologies. Oh, sorry. We organize lab programs as well as accelerator programs, and also growth incubator and growth coaching. And while doing this, we continuously expand our ecosystem in the region, in our state of Baden-Württemberg, with initiatives we heard about today, like LinkHealth BW. And we continuously expand our international relations with passion, like today. And also, we have the tri-national ecosystem in our Upper Rhine region. And I just want to give you a quick, deeper insight of the tri-national one. Our region is the so-called Upper Rhine Valley. Beside the Black Forest Hills, we have the Upper Rhine Valley on the other side. And this is spanning France, Switzerland, and Germany. It is a globally leading cluster for life science innovation with over $20 billion in corporate and academic research spending, over 1,000 research groups, and 4 world-leading universities in life science. So industry also plays a leading role in this ecosystem, with the region being home to hundreds of life science companies covering the whole value chain from pharmaceuticals like Roche, Novartis, or Pfizer, and medical devices like Intuitive Surgery or B. Braun. And in the most recent years, a really vibrant seedbed for spin-offs and startups to emerge has taken shape, housing more than 150 spin-offs and startups in life science especially. Therefore, we started during Corona and established meanwhile the tri-national health tech days. The aim is to share the expertise, how to enter the market, also in the neighboring country. And we offer, therefore, on the first day of this format, panels, workshops, information for startups, and also the possibility to get in touch with other startups, corporates, and investors. On the second day, we always have matchmakings between investors and startups. And what we already reached with this format is more than 360 individual matchmakings between startups and corporates or investors, 5 closings, and a private digital platform for the investors with the quality of startups known and supported by the organizer. So last year was the first time after Corona that the format took place in person in Switzerland. And this year it took place just 10 days before in France. And next year we will welcome this format at BadenCampus in Germany. And the goal is really to get a critical mass with high quality startups to be more attractive in this region for investors and corporates. So this is only one example beside our in Baden-Württemberg located activities and in our region. And I would be happy you get in touch with our team. Our next accelerator with the new name Arise will launch tomorrow. And we are happy in Baden-Württemberg to help you in developing your venture. Maybe you like to enter the German market. We are here today to support you and your venture with passion. And so let us make the world smaller by getting in touch and know each other, and let us together work on together for more health. Thank you for having me today. Thank you for your attention. And I hand over to Katharina Klotzbach from CUBEX Mannheim.
Thank you very much. And thank you for the invitation also from my side. My name is Katharina Klotzbach. I'm here on behalf of Next Mannheim, where I am managing the 2 startup centers for medical technologies. And I would like to give you a short overview about how Mannheim tries to support innovation in the field of medical technologies.
Katharina, sorry to interrupt. Are you able to make your slides bigger, maximize them?
No, I need to switch because I can see the full screen.
Oh, is it? Maybe it might just be me. Sorry. Maybe.
No, it's not only you. You should start.
Yeah.
You should make the presentation mode and then share your screen. Then it might work.
Now?
Perfect.
Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, so what is it that is crucial for innovation? So for sure, it's a network and individual support. It's the contact to potential customers and the proximity to them. And it's also at some point infrastructure. So how is Mannheim supporting in these different areas? So Mannheim is in the north of Baden-Württemberg in a very strong economic region where there are many companies located, 90 and more are operating in the field of medical technologies. And there are more than 2,600 hospital beds. But it's not only what Mannheim and the surrounding are offering. Mannheim is very well connected internationally. So you can be in less than 5 hours by high-speed connection train to Hamburg, to Berlin, to Munich, Paris. And Frankfurt Airport is very close. And you might know that there's a very good connection to the UK as well. But how do you get connected to this network? As everywhere you need a door opener, and in the case of Mannheim, there is a cluster for medical technologies that is run by the city of Mannheim. And this network is for free for the cluster participants, and it includes clinic, industry, and research in Mannheim and around in the focus of medical technologies. And this network connects from startup to big companies, to clinics, to research, and that's as a free service. What is also important regarding individual support is knowledge about the medtech market. And that is why Mannheim and Heidelberg together have the Life Science Accelerator Baden-Württemberg, which is a 12-month accelerator program, which is also for free for companies interested to enter the German market through Baden-Württemberg. And there you get information about reimbursement processes, regulatory affairs. You get pitch ready, and you get your own mentors that are very experienced in the field of medical technologies. So it's a very, very worthwhile accelerator program. But it's not only about medtech, it's also about interdisciplinary connections. And Next Mannheim is a fully owned subsidiary of the city of Mannheim that runs in total 8 startup centers in Mannheim, 2 of them operating in the field of medical technologies. But there are also startup centers in the field of creative industries, music industries, female entrepreneurship, IT tech. So whatever contact you need, you will find it either in the one or the other center. What we also found out within the last years is that international companies entering the German market have a special need for support and also special hurdles. That is why Next Mannheim started the so-called onboarding program, which is also for free for international companies that want to enter the German market through Mannheim. And it includes a personal business case manager that helps with administrative issues, but also with market access topics. And it includes 3 months for free co-living and co-working. I talked about that it's very important to have your potential customers close by, which in medtech is often clinicians. That is why our first startup center, CUBEX 41, is located right on the campus of a university hospital, Mannheim, which is connected to the University Hospital Heidelberg as well. So Mannheim and Heidelberg, you heard about Heidelberg and its biotech cluster before, are only about 20 kilometers away from each other. And our second startup center, CUBEX 1, is located on the Mannheim Medical Technology campus right next to the clinic campus. And a program that I would also like to mention is the Inspire Living Lab. This project is run by the clinic itself. And it is a touch point for startups to test their innovation in a real clinical setting. So there's a ward with, for now, 20 beds with real patients and real clinic staff that is dedicated to startups to test their innovation. So if you need a door opener to the clinic, the Inspire Living Lab is also the right contact point. And at some point, a startup will also need infrastructure, either for research and development or for growing. And that is why the state of Baden-Württemberg, the EU, and the city of Mannheim funded the 2 startup centers, offering flexible rooms from office space up to lab space, and this for very startup-friendly prices. So there's subsidized rent space, and the rent is below market average. So that's it already from my side. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me afterwards, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Katharina. If you're able to stop sharing your screen, I'll just make the panel all visible. So thank you very much indeed. So I'll just add everyone back. Brilliant. So fantastic range of presentations. What a brilliant insight into the infrastructure and support that is available in the Baden-Württemberg innovation ecosystem. Nicola, is there anything you wanted to say to close?
Yes, I mean, thank you, first of all, from my side also to all our presenters. I think we've shown what a great range of clusters and networks we have in Baden-Württemberg to connect anyone who has innovation applications that they would like to apply to the German and for your wider European market and would like to potentially test in Baden-Württemberg or come and find partners to work with in Baden-Württemberg, these all of my colleagues here are the partners that you would need to connect to. And we've posted some useful links there in the chat as well, which just gives some more information that were also mentioned in their presentation, but give some more information about events and various different opportunities to join them in networking and finding out a bit more. I see that we have a couple of questions in the chat. And I just wanted to, I guess, before handing over to maybe Romy or Özgül to answer the one in further detail, because I think it's them that can help with this particular question from John. But just to explain that the German market is a very decentralized market. So when we're talking about different clusters throughout Germany, I mean, today we've talked about different clusters and networks within one German state. So if you think about Germany, as a federal system, you've got basically 16 different Länder or countries within one country. So coming to the German market isn't just about being situated in Berlin or in Mannheim or in Munich or in Heidelberg. It's about actually understanding that, to be able to serve the market, you might need to have operations on the ground in several locations. And of course, we would be very keen for you to choose Baden-Württemberg, because we believe that our industry has a great profile and has all the different ingredients that you would need to be successful. But it's a very valid question to ask. How is biotech in Baden-Württemberg similar and different to other clusters in Germany in terms of its size, speciality, and focus areas? And is there any German body that connects on all of the German biotech clusters? So I guess, John, if you want to specify a bit further, you're looking for one kind of overarching national body, do you mean? Or yes. Okay. So maybe Özgül, Romy, is there one body that looks after all of the representative organizations like BioPRO in other states as well?
Yes. As far as I'm concerned, there is a association called BioDeutschland, Bio Germany, translated, which is a association of the biotechnology industry in Germany with around 400 members, member companies, and not only in the field of medicine and health, but also in the areas of sustainability, food, agriculture. There we offer this association. And Baden-Württemberg is part of this association. It has different bioregions clustered in this BioDeutschland, and Baden-Württemberg is the second biggest biotech market in Germany after Bavaria. So the numbers and size of companies and locations were shared by Romy and will be available afterwards as well. Does that answer your question, John? I can share a link of BioDeutschland in the chat.
I've just shared the link. I've just shared the web address already in the chat as you were speaking. Thank you, Özgül. And then the second part, it answers the second part. How is biotech in Baden-Württemberg similar and different to the other German clusters in terms of size, speciality, and focus area? I think you just said that it's the second largest cluster in Germany next to Bavaria. But in terms of speciality and focus areas, how is our profile differing to Bavaria, would you say? Do we have more medtech companies as opposed to life sciences and biotech, I think? But maybe somebody else wants to, or in terms of research institutions, maybe somebody else wants to provide a few more insights there.
The focus in Baden-Württemberg, I guess, I would say, is more on the medtech side and agriculture. as well. So these are the both sectors or branches where biotech is quite strong and gets also support from the state as well.
Yes, thank you. I can also say that.
Sorry, Nicola.
Oh,
there's a biotech guide from Germany, which is published by Germany. So it's free for download. And I can share that.
Super, that would be great. And I should also mention the fact that BioPro, your organization, has a great online directory, which is searchable, and you can get a complete overview of all of the companies located in Baden-Württemberg by focus, subsector, range of activities. It's really excellent. And I've shared that with a number of UK companies who are looking for partners, and also things like distributors and agents, etc. So it's a really, really good a point of reference. And I should also mention that we each year have a huge stand, probably one of the biggest of the German stands at Medica. We're also always present at Arab Health. And as already mentioned by my colleagues there, we'll have the Health Tech Days, which will be in Baden next year. So we would really like to meet you at any of those international events. And if you are looking to go, then we would be super happy to organise meetings or to signpost you to companies who will be represented from our side, so that you can arrange meetings with them. And I'm sure that there's going to be some companies also at the One Nucleus conference, the Genesis conference this week, from Baden-Württemberg in person as well. So Romy has just kindly shared the industry database here in the chat.
In addition, maybe Nicola, the biotech days next year in 2024 will be in Berlin. In April 16th and 17th. So everyone who wants to join is very welcome.
Right, that's in the chat as well. It's in Berlin.
Right. Are you guys? Is anyone going to BioEurope Spring in March? Yeah, we'll be there. So
yes, BioPro.
Great to meet up. Sounds good. That was excellent. So interesting. I mean, I had some questions planned actually around talent and startup support, but we've come up to time, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to end the workshop there. But we've got the conference app, so please do use that to continue discussions. And if you have any questions that come to you after the session, then please don't be shy and reach out. And that's why it's there, so we can continue networking and meeting people and seeking advice and support from others to further help our own goals. So thank you to all the presenters. Thank you, Nicola, for the top and tailing the session as well. That was really brilliant. And thank you to everyone who joined and contributed, and to those, I hope you found that useful. Yes, so with that, I'm going to close the session, and just to add that we do resume workshops tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. on a session on IP strategy. So I'd say that's probably one of the top 3 topics for startup innovation support. So please do join us then, and I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks all. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, and bye-bye.